Hey everyone, welcome to the Enlightened Sunflower. That's my name, Enlightened Sunflower. I'm going to be doing another reading. I feel guided to do more readings for you guys. I just tried Skyring and it was a fail. But I'm not going to give up. Skyring is a very older generation, very going back to a long time ago. Um, Practice. So I did order a crystal ball, so I'm gonna really be trying to learn how to do some Skyring. It's gonna be tough, but it's something I want to do because I want to expand my gifts and expand my talents. So, sorry, I need to drink some water. So I'm gonna learn how to scry. I know it's not something easy. It's something that takes people weeks and weeks of guided heavy meditation to do. So I'm determined to do it, and I will learn how to scry. So we're gonna do a card reading today. Um, Today we're not focusing on divine feminine or divine masculine. We're just gonna do what spirit guides me to do, whatever they want me to say, because I am guided to help my fellow divine feminines and help divine masculine by sending them messages. But really, what we need to be doing is focusing on ourselves, and most we do worry about our counterpart a lot, but by focusing on them, that's making them run, right? The runner chaser dynamic is pretty evident in the twin flame journey. Um, I will say that you know my divine masculine, I'm in no contact separation with him, so I don't know what's going on really with him, and evidently I do care that and the fact that I want him to be okay and healthy and happy, but and then in the other sense is like I'm not worried about him, as in like I don't need to know everything he's doing at every minute, like, no, but I want to know how he's doing. But I learned how to step back as a divine feminine, just surrender to source, surrender to the Lord, and he knows what he's doing. So I'm just having faith that my masculine is doing the work. I know I'm doing the work, so I just have to have faith that my masculine is doing his work, and that he will come out of the matrix and the dark night of the soul, and that he'll learn the lessons he needs to for himself, right, to grow himself, because this journey is about individual growth and like really being the best versions of ourselves for us, for the individual and then together, so obviously everyone needs to grow and go through whatever, so I'm giving him the space and the time to grow and taking the chill pill, and just focusing all that energy to myself, because at the end of the day you have to love yourself first and love yourself more. So that's what I've been doing. I will say this Mercury retrogrades and conjunctions and planet shiftings haven't been as bad. I was expecting like a lot of craziness to happen, but I've done a lot of shadow work and I've continued to do my work, so I think that's why it's not as bad on me. But I will say someone from my past did show up. Someone super unexpected showed up, and it really took me by surprise. Like, no capping, like no cap, like, ooh, I got real like, it's what? Like, I was so surprised. It just kind of left me like, what the heck? Like, I haven't seen this person in so long, like, and they just showed up to my house, and I was like, okay. Well, that was interesting. That was just, I don't know why they came up. I don't know why they came back, because they came, they were visiting right? Because they live somewhere else, so they just came to visit, and they stopped by my house, like, just to see, like, my family and stuff. But, like, I don't want to say we didn't end well, or not even end, we didn't end, period. It just kind of faded away from each other's lives, but it was just kind of odd, I guess, to see them again. And I was, like, confused on, like, what it was supposed to teach me, but I think it's really just a coincidence. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, you brought back a memory. I try to not remember. So obviously, that person was brought back for a little moment to bring back some healing, I guess, some memories that I need to heal, and I'm working on it. It's not something super heavy, like, anymore to me. It's just one of those, like, okay, whatever. I've been over it, like, so it doesn't affect me as hard. But it was kind of like, it kind of got me a little shooketh, because I didn't expect them to pop up. Ooh, that was a surprise. Like, one of the biggest surprises. It's crazy how time flies past. It was nice to see them, to see, them grown, but I really didn't chat with the person because I just I was not into it. So my dad talked to the person that I'm talking about, and it was literally a quick conversation, just like a stop by, and then leave. Like, he left us. It's a he. I didn't mean to say he, but it's okay. Yeah, he came and then he left. Just as quick as he came, he left, and I'll keep you guys updated about that because it was interesting. Anyways, it's about you guys, so let's channel for you guys. My energy it's kind of low in the sense where I'm, like, really tired. I kept on recently I've been taking a lot of naps, or more. Other than that, I'm pretty happy and just, like, vibing, chilling. I've been dancing more, which is fun. Eating a lot of fruit, random cravings, random cravings. But I was getting a channeled message yesterday, not message, a song. Someone Like You by Adele has been playing pretty hardcore in my head. Yeah, Someone Like You by Adele. That one's been. I don't know if that was for someone or not, but Someone Like You by Adele has been playing hard. And Love by Keisha Cole. Anyways, let's go. Source, Holy Spirit, my angels, my spirit guides, my higher self, please help me channel and guide me as I channel messages for these lovely people. Please send me messages that you want me to share, messages you want me to convey. Source, I'm tapping into my higher self, messages you want me to share. Messages you want me to share. The Page of Pentacles came out. My tarot deck, the new one I ordered, was supposed to come in today, but it's probably going to come in tomorrow because it's in San Antonio right now, so it should be here tomorrow. Messages you want me to share. You know how the time flies on me. Yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of the glory days. I hate to turn up out of blue, uninvited back. Couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it out. Hope you see my face and that you remember for me. It isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I don't know why, but that was just very intense. I started singing. That's how bad it gets sometimes. But yeah, someone really needed to hear that line, like those couple lines from the song. Yeah, like heavy, 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 heavy. Okay, those two cards really want to come out. Okay, those three cards really want to come out. So I'm gonna I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. That's like, okay. I'm not good at singing, so I apologize, guys, for my vocals, because I'm not a good singer, but I needed to let that out, so someone needed to hear my ugly singing. Okay, so Page of Pentacles. That's like someone bringing in an offer, right? Bringing an offer, holding someone thinking about bringing an offer, and they're holding it in their pocket, like they're holding the little money that they have in their pocket, right? That's what I'm getting intensely. And this Eight of Cups is like reflecting, thinking about a situation. So I'm gonna ask what this offer, the Page of Pentacles. What's the Page of Pentacles? Those are too many. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so an offer to bring justice, or justice is being brought. Okay. Okay. What's this Eight of Cups about? Someone is thinking about someone. Okay. Okay. It's that serious that I gotta put my cards down. Okay, so this is what's going on right here. For the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, there's two different messages for both of you using the same card. So Divine Feminine, I'm gonna talk to you real quick. Divine Feminine, you are an amazing person. We already know that. You that bitch. You that queen bee. Right now, you need to focus on where you're going in life. You need to set your foot in where you are in life, as in, are you living your authentic life? Are you living the most authentic life you can live? Are you doing the job? I'm sorry, I get so thirsty. Are you doing that job that you actually love, that is your true calling? Are you following through with your mission work? Are you actually doing your mission work? Are you helping others? Are you helping yourself? Are you loving yourself? Right now, Divine Feminine, you really need to move on and move forward with your life and your mission work, and not to be worrying about your Divine Masculine when he's going to bring justice in. When, like, you know, you're holding on so much to this offer that you're holding on so much to your masculine, like you are holding on so tight to him, and you need to just surrender and let go. You need to surrender and let go, because the more you hold on, the more you focus, the more you keep on worrying him, checking on what he's doing, how, you know, all that stuff, the more you're gonna push him away, the more you repel him, the more you try to input your energy, the more you try to worry about him, what he's doing, how he's if he's still with his karmic, what's his karmic doing. If you the more you focus on him and only him, the more you repel him. Like the more he doesn't want to be with you. So if you focus on you and worry about you and what you're doing, how are you living your life? Are you doing what you need to do? A lot of divine feminines, I'm gonna admit it to myself, and I'm gonna, as a divine feminine, I'm gonna step up to the plate and admit it. Yeah, I used to worry a lot about what my masculine's doing, and I was called out for that. Like, you need to worry about you, because at the end of the day, you need to worry about you. You need to love you first, right? You need to care for you, because if you don't, who else will? So, divine feminine, you really need to worry about you right now. Focus on your mission work, focus on your life. Yeah, is hold the space, be patient, hold the space in your heart for your divine masculine, right? But don't stop, don't put your life on hold for him. You need to do what's best for you, and if doing best for you is letting him go, surrendering and letting him go, then that's what you need to do. You need to let him go, and when he's ready and when he wants to man up, or he wants to, when he's ready to actually work on this partnership with you and give you what you deserve, he will come to you. Do not wait around. Do not sit around wasting your life, wasting your energy and your talents, when you could be using that energy for you on you. And that's what I have to say for the divine feminine. Like, that's what you need to be focusing on and what you need to do. The same for the masculine. Most of these masculines are awakening, they're waking up, and they're realizing, shoot, I dug myself in this hole. I'm in a relationship or a marriage or a job that I don't like. It drains my energy. I'm not actually happy here. Sometimes the ego is so strong and the pride is so strong that we will rather stay in a place that makes us unhappy, drains us, sad all the time. Just in this negative place. We'll stay there for so long, killing ourselves just because our pride and ego won't accept that we made a mistake, that maybe we did choose something wrong. And right now, the masculine is having an ego death. The same hurt that he did to you, divine feminine, is the same hurt that is being done to him, so he can understand where you were, so he can love you and understand you better and be better for himself. He needs to feel the same pain that you did. And I know I'm a fellow feminine, and we don't want, like, as much as hurt and stuff, that a lot of BS that's happened from our masculines, all that was done for us to grow and learn and to evolve. And as much as it hurt, we would never want our masculine to feel that same pain. But at the end of the day, we have no say in it. The source, the divine, is going to bring justice. They're going to balance it out. So we just have to surrender and let them work it out. Let them grow and let them get out on their own. Because if the divine masculine doesn't get out of this dark night of the soul himself, if he doesn't learn what he needs to learn, he will not be able to come to you correctly. If he doesn't learn the lessons that he needs to learn and grow from the place he needs to grow from, then he can never be the man you need him to be, if he never learned the lessons he needed to learn. So I know it's hard for us feminines, because we just want to be with our masculines. We just want to love them. We just want to care for them, nurture them. I understand that. But you need to love yourself more. You need to care for yourself, because who's caring for you right now? I don't mean to throw any shade to the masculine, or if the masculine that it's vice versa, your feminine's doing this to you. Who's taking care of you right now? No one. Or maybe your family and friends are there for you, but at the end of the day, everyone's has to take care of themselves. So you need to take care of yourself and do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, it's your life, not your masculine's life, not your mom and dad's, not your uncle, not your aunt, not your sister, brother, best friend. It's not their life. That they're not in your shoes. They're not living your life for you. So you need to do what's best for you and what makes you happy, and what lifts you up, what raises your vibration, because at the end of the day, all those people aren't in your shoes. So you need to do what's best for you, and what's best for you is giving yourself that love, the love that you're looking for everywhere else. You're not gonna find it anywhere else. You're gonna find it inside you. And once you realize that, and once you start loving yourself the way you love others, the way you give the energy, where you give your time, your money, the way you give to everyone else, you need to give to you. You need to give that same unconditional love to yourself. Forgive yourself just like you're gonna forgive your divine masculine, or your dad, or your mom, or your best friend, or your ex best friend, or whatever. You need to work on you and focus on you, because at the end of the day, who's the one that goes to sleep in that body? Who's the one that has to get up in the morning for work? Who's the one that has to feed the kids? Who's the one that has to go to that job? Who's the one that's gonna have to wear those shoes? You. So you have to care for you. Do you hear me? If you hear anything from this message that I'm channeling, you need to care for you, because you are important. You are worthy of love. You are deserving of this connection. You are deserving of abundance. Yeah, it's gonna take some sacrifices. Everything good takes sacrifices. Everything good takes time. Nothing good comes easy. That's what I was told, and that's the truth. Nothing good is easy. Nothing good is easy. So you really need to reflect and take care of you, because all these struggles, all these sacrifices, all this shadow work is gonna be worth it in the end. And I know it's hard. Because sometimes I even struggle with it. I struggle with it because sometimes we get so stuck in the 3D. We get so stuck in, okay, you're saying that, but I don't see the action. If you get so stuck in this mindset of, I want to see the money, I want to see the action, why isn't it not happening? You being so focused on what you don't want is bringing that into your reality. You're focusing on everything you don't want, manifest that into your reality. So when you focus on what you do want, and focus on the present time. Don't focus on the past, because the past is already done. Stuff happened. You can't change it, so you gotta accept it, learn from it, grow from it, forgive it, and move on. The future, you can daydream about the future all you want, because you know what? It's the future, so it's not permanent. In the future is not set in stone. So you can always, dream bigger, do more, and you gotta be happy with the present, because the past is already the past. It's already done. In the present is the actions you can take, because the future is never promised. You never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So that is why you focus on the present and in the now, and do the work you need to do now, in this moment. And that's what I needed to. I went on that little rant because it needs to be said. Even sometimes I need a reminder. So I'm here to remind you guys. Just like I'm not perfect. I'm just a light being inside a human body, living a human experience. So my soul's living through a human experience. So I'm human just like you guys, and I needed to be reminded. Look, the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups came out. Your masculine is coming. Don't you worry about that. He's coming and he loves you. Same way with the masculine. Your feminine loves you and she's being patient and she's holding a space for you in her heart. Don't you worry about that. Just both of y'all keep on doing what you need to do, and the rest will happen. The rest will happen. So that's what I needed to say with that. So another note I have to make with the Eight of Cups and the intuition and the movement. The divine masculine right now, he's in the space where he's thinking about the downloads, the intuition, the enlightenment he's gotten about his what he's supposed to be doing with his life, who his divine feminine is, how is he gonna make things work, what he needs to cut out in his life, and all that jazz. And he's thinking of a way to move forward, to move towards his feminine with an offer, and this offer is gonna be justice, right? The justice and the rebalancing is gonna happen. Um, July. What about July? Okay, so I'm hearing July. So this month is gonna be quite a quite a heavy month for a lot of people. A lot of stuff is gonna be happening. January. Something happened in January. Yeah, something happened in January or around Christmas time. Yeah. Um. So for the masculines, this is saying that he's sorting out his life right now. He's sorting through his shit. He's ending karmic cycles. He's awakening. He's doing the work he needs to do for himself, and the feminine is needing to do the work for herself and move forward with her life and not worry about what her masculine's doing. That's the message I have there. And yeah, that's just the vibe I'm getting from that. What's this justice about? I'm getting a big headache. I don't know why. Someone's stressed the fuck out. Like someone's so stressed out, and my head is throbbing right now. Yeah, the justice is here because the Queen of Pentacles is someone stable. Someone is like someone's fighting for this Queen of Pentacles. Someone is fighting to get towards this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they're. Let me see. What is this Eight of Swords? What is this battle about? Okay. Both counterparts, both divine feminine and divine masculine, mostly masculine, is fighting against this devil energy, fighting against this manipulator, fighting against someone so controlling in their life, someone who just drains their energy, tries to, manipulate them like a puppet master. The divine masculine is really trying to fight against that, right? He's really trying to love himself and fill up his own cup. He's really trying to balance the feminine and masculine inside him, and that's bringing a death to a situation, a death and rebirth. So he's transitioning right now, divine feminine, and he's walking away from things that no longer serve him so he can he's planting a seed, right? A seed that you planted of a future together. He is walking away from things that no longer serve him, so that he can have something beautiful, like so he can harvest something with this Queen of Pentacles. And to divine feminine, as much as we are upset that our masculine is in like a karmic situation, like still with someone else, they're with that someone else for a reason, and there's a karmic cycle that we have in our lives that hasn't ended, hence why the masculine is just mirroring that to us. So really think about you, right? Focus on you. What karmic cycles do you have in your life that you need to put to an end? What work and what healing and what wounds have you not healed yet that you need to heal? You gotta think about that. Like for me, I kept on like thinking, why hasn't my masculine ended his karmic cycle? Like, like doesn't he see blah 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 blah? Like I was just so upset, and then I thought about it, and there was like two people that it's not that we're not friends, and it's not that any bad blood happened between us or anything. It's just we drifted apart from each other. They didn't resonate with my soul anymore, and I still, kept in contact with those people, and it would drain me every time we communicated. So you know what? I cut the cord on that. I cut the cord on both of those friendships, and yeah, it hurt a lot for me to cut those cords on those friendships because there was a lot of history there. Like no lie, it's not hard. It hurt so much because those people did mean so much to me at one point in time. You know, they were the closest people to me at that time, at a time in my life. You know, that connection, and there was so much history there that it hurt deeply, and I did cry, even though I'm the one that cut the cord. I did cry, but you know what? At the end of the day, I feel better knowing that I did what's best for me, and knowing that I don't have to pretend and put on this face, and you know, I don't have to keep on putting into a friendship, or you know, yeah, putting into friendships or acquaintances or whatever. I don't have to keep on feeding into something that's not gonna go anywhere, and it's gonna probably explode anytime soon anyway. So I just cut it out. And even there's people that, you know, we've been friends for such a long time, like the history is there for so long that you just stay friends with people, and even one of those types of friendships, I had to cut it out. So any karmic cycle I even thought was a karmic cycle, I thought about it and I reflected and I let it go and I cut it. So that just, that's a reference to what I'm talking about, divine feminine. Your masculine, if he's still in a karmic cycle, it's because he's mirroring something back to you. Whether that's you needing to cut out a karmic cycle in your life, or maybe you need to heal codependency, abandonment issues, you know, whatever he's trigger, whatever he makes, whatever wound he brings up, right? Whatever trigger comes up whenever your masculine does something, it's supposed to make us grow, and it's supposed to, we will go through it time and time again, that cycle, until we learn from it and we make a different choice. We choose something, you know, the best, the what I'm trying to say is, we're gonna go through the same BS over and over again until we learn from it and grow from it and heal from it, until we heal it completely. Excuse me. Okay, so the King of Swords. King of Swords. The Girl of My Dreams is a song. So I know you're not good for me, but you look so good to me. You look like the girl of the girl of my dreams. I think it's by Rod Wave. I don't know how to say it. The Girl of My Dreams is popping up. Yeah. So right now the masculine is using his sword. He's being the leader. And he's carrying his sword and he's cutting stuff out. He's really in his mind headspace. And I asked why is he in his headspace, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Movement card came up. He's in his headspace and he's really in heartache because he wants to move towards his queen. He wants to move towards this woman, right? Okay, what's the Three of Swords? Okay, yeah, so right now the masculine is heartbroken. There is no way around it. The masculine is sad and he's really down in the dumps. He's really in his feels because he really does, he knows who his queen is now. He knows who he wants to be with, but he feels like he's stuck at the current moment, and like he's trying to get it. he's heartbroken and sad because all he wants to be is with his queen. All he wants to be is and do is move forward to his queen, but the divine, right, source, Holy Spirit, whatever, is not going to let him come to his queen until they're not going to let him come just to come. He has to come correct. So the divine and source is making sure he ends all the toxic cycles, all the BS. He has to end it all and heal from it and grow from it before he can come towards his feminine. And right now he's feeling so sad and his feelings because all he wants to do is be with his feminine. All he wants to do is move forward towards her, but he knows he has to move to calmer waters. He knows he's got an insight and he's been studying and he's been studying about the twin flame journey or soulmate connection. He's been looking up stuff in books or going on Google trying to figure all of this out because he has hope and he's reflected on all the choices he's made. He's really going within and trying to figure out how he's gonna end all the stuff that he needs to. He's trying to figure out his plan on how he's gonna get all of this done. And because he's thinking about the divine feminine so much, because he wants to move towards her so much, he's manifesting his plan. He is manifesting his dreams into reality at this current moment. Okay, so what about the Queen of Pentacles? What about the Queen of Pentacles? Yeah, the girl of my dreams is heavy in my mind's eye. I don't know what about the mind's eye. Keep on hearing mind's eye, so that could mean something to someone. Yeah, okay. Hold on. A bunch of cards just fell, so I'm gonna have to get them. Okay, sorry, I had to get the cards and I had to, my sister needed my help, so I had to step away for 1 second. I'm sorry about that, guys. What was I doing? Yeah, so this divine masculine, he chose something. He chose someone else or another situation, whether it was a job, a family member, or another romantic partner. He chose something because the way it looks, like something that was like very 3D material, something that fed his ego. So he chose something and now he feels stuck. He feels stuck with this choice he made and he's sad. The Four of Cups is someone that's really just depressed. This divine masculine is very depressed and he's really swallowing his truth. He is stuck only because he hasn't spoken his truth to the divine feminine or to anyone for that matter. He's feeling stuck because he is not happy where he is and he wants to go towards his divine feminine, and because he's feeling that way, source, Lord, the Lord God, whatever you believe in, is going to help him to end this cycle so he can bring justice. The justice is the ending of these karmic cycles, and so that's what's going to happen. Can you give me more information? Can you give me more information? so sorry. My sister's in my living room, part of my room, and she's being kind of loud. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that... Hold on, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Who's this Five of Pentacles? 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 Okay. Sorry for that big sigh. I have this headache is not going away. Right now, this Empress, the Divine Feminine, is really in a... Her mind space is very logical right now. She's really trying to be a leader. She's really trying to just do her own thing right now. And then, while she's doing that, the masculine is walking away from things that no longer serve him, and the person that he's with, whatever karmic is in his life, I don't like saying karmic because like it's another soul, another being, and a lot of people are rude and mean to karmics, and as much as that just shows how much growing and healing you need to do, because the karmic, you should be appreciative of the karmic only because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be with your masculine again. This karmic is teaching them a lesson. So the Five of Pentacles is here because the masculine is trying to walk away from someone, and this someone is making it so hard for him. And the truth of the matter is that this karmic partner is giving bare minimum. She's acting and doing everything she can to make sure this masculine doesn't leave, but what she's offering is immaturity. She's not as grown, and experienced, and as the Divine Feminine is continuing. Even though she's grown, she continues her growth. She's always wanting to grow more, to learn more, to do more. She's always wanting to non-stop grind. That's what I'm hearing, non-stop. She's always on the go, always growing, doing something with her life. And this karmic partner is just not really doing much. She's just immature, and she only has this to give. And this Divine Feminine, if it's not nice to compare people, but if you compare them, you can see one has so much more to give and has so much growth that's done compared to this other person. And so that's why the masculine is moving forward with following his intuition. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, that's why the masculine is really reflecting. And yeah, he's really reflecting. He's going in hermit mode, which is self-reflection. He's really looking at himself in the mirror and like asking himself, how did he end up here? What does he need to do? How does he gonna fix this? What does he need to grow within himself so he can be worthy and deserving of his Divine Feminine? Because he thinks she's absolutely like perfect. Like she's just so beautiful. She's all that and a bag of chips. And he's really thinking on how he can move forward towards her. And look who decided to show up. The Emperor. Yeah, he's thinking of ways to move forward towards her, and he knows that he can't move forward towards her unless he ends these karmic cycles. Tell me about the Emperor. So this is someone that's like stuck in their head, and the Seven of Swords is reversed, so like there's no more. This is also Seven of Swords is very mischievous, I should say. Yeah, he's no longer being a sneaky person. He's no longer being this sneaky person. He is this King of Cups now. He's emotionally mature, right? He's grown up. He knows. Um, this Knight of Wands is someone that's very like in and out. So I feel like he's working very hard. This masculine is working very hard on bringing stability, right? He's working hard on changing his player ways. Yeah, he's really trying to manifest. Um, he's really trying to manifest this union together. He's like writing out a plan. Like if you can see this person's writing out like a plan, a letter, because of like their intuition. And so that's what he's doing. Yeah, because he's so. You can try to lie as much as you want to by masculine. You can try to front you're sad. And that's the truth. You're sad and you're conflicted and you're really trying to cut out all of this toxicity because you want union as much as the Divine Feminine does. And another card just failed. Give me 1 second. And it's okay to be sad. It is okay to be sad and be angry, but what you do with it is what matters. So if you use that for good, use that all that emotion to cut out those toxic cycles, to really learn and grow and be the best version of you for you, then if you see that these two cards are perfect. They're one soul, right? When you get married, they say you become one, right? You become one soul. And that's marriage is based off a twin flame, because one soul is divided into two. That is a twin flame. That's what a twin flame is. As soon as I saw that, I saw the number 47, and to me that's a very spiritual number, something that holds special meaning to me. So what I'm saying, I feel like my thought process is correct. Like that's confirmation for me, reassurance. Because whenever you get married, it's two souls that become one. So twin flame is like one soul that was separated into two and back together again. That's why you feel so at home with your twin flame, because they're your other half. Like they're your other half to you. So as you see these two cards, this Emperor and Empress, they fit each other perfectly. They are one half of the other. I don't know what's cool. As soon as I said that, there was some weird stuff going on with my candle. That was interesting. So I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to ask about the Judgment and the Tower, and then these cards, and then I'll go into the Emperor and Empress. Okay, what about the Judgment? The Judgment. The Judgment. About the Judgment. The Judgment's been made that the masculine and the feminine know that they need to cut stuff out of their life, whatever is no longer serving them, because they're letting their intuition lead them right now. So what about the haircut? Yeah. Okay, both of them are working. Both of you guys are working. The feminine's working on like moving her life forward, doing whatever she gotta do to make sure she's straight, so that when you guys get together, y'all be good. And she's really doing the work in the 5D, which is the feminine does the work in the 5D, which the masculine mirrors in the 3D. So by them both working hard and doing what they need to do, that's helping the karmic wheel turn. And the karmic wheel turning is causing this Tower moment. Okay, the Tower moment was clarified by the Fool, which is new beginnings. The Fool and the King's Gambit. What is this Tower moment? Okay. So the Tower moment's gonna be this divine masculine. I feel like this divine masculine has like one more Tower moment, or like a few little small lessons that like he needs to learn. Like when this one Tower moment happens, it's gonna like basically when this one more tower is gonna hit, like this one, like but you know that one thing that breaks the camel's back, there's gonna be this one thing that's gonna break the camel's back, and the divine masculine is gonna like be like, that's it. Like he is gonna, ooh, he gonna be mad. I feel like he's gonna be so freaking mad. He's gonna be like, you know what, I don't even know why I'm still doing this. Masculine is gonna be so upset and so irritated and just so done with whatever Tower moment happens, that he's gonna be like, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. It's been a wrap for a long time. I'm gonna, this has been over with for so long. I've been prolonging this ending. That's it. It's an end. I'm done with this. I'm cutting all of this stuff out. I'm doing whatever I need to do because I want to be happy. So I'm gonna cut out all this stuff. Cut out all these people. Cut it out. Do whatever I need to do. So get on my horse. I'm gonna get on my horse. I'm gonna pack up all my stuff. I'm gonna, give back whoever all their stuff, and I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna respect myself by I'm gonna fill my own cup of love. I'm gonna have my own strength to walk away from all of this, because this is some bull. Like, I'm hearing this masculine is gonna be so, something's gonna happen where he's gonna get so mad and so triggered that he's like, you know what, I'm done with this situation. I'm done with you. I'm done with so and so. I'm done with this and this. It's over with. I'm done. Don't talk to me. Don't, get your stuff and leave me alone. And as soon as that happens, he's gonna need some time to rest and rejuvenate. After he's done resting and rejuvenating, he's gonna move towards his Nine of Cups. He's gonna move towards his feminine. He's gonna make that choice in love and pack up all his stuff and get his money in check, whatever he needs to do so he can move towards his feminine. I'm feeling a big Tower moment. Like, something's gonna break the camel's back, where he's just gonna be like, you know what, frick it. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you gotta say. I'm gonna go after my feminine and my happiness, and I'm gonna do what makes me happy, and I don't care if you don't like it or not. Like, I feel like if this masculine has family members that don't really like this, or friends or whatever, he's not gonna care. This masculine is having a big ego death. He's having a lot of towers, like, a lot of stuff happening, a lot of events in his life, one after another. But this one big Tower moment is gonna just break the camel's back, and he's just gonna explode. And he's gonna put his foot down and say, you know what, all of this is over with. I'm done. This is the last straw. This is over. You're out. Leave me alone. And he's gonna go to his feminine. He's gonna get his strength, and he was gonna go towards his feminine, because he's done with this. He's done with all this other mumbo jumbo. Okay. I could feel the enrage, like that fire, that passion, just like straight up anger. Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, what can you tell me about this Emperor? Okay, what can you tell me about this Empress? Okay. Can you tell me about the shared energies? The shared energy. Okay. So the Emperor wants union. The Emperor wants the Emperor wants this Two of Cups, this union, to just pour into his feminine's cup, and the feminine is just patiently waiting, patiently, The masculine has union on his mind. You know, he wants to be with the love of his life, and the feminine is wanting the same thing. She's just being patient for the harvest to come in. The shared energy is like both of them are kind of just sad, kind of just sulking, just being patient, waiting for this new beginning that's gonna bring in balance. Okay, any more shared energy? Shared energy. The shared energy. The Emperor and Empress. The shared energy. Hold up, Kishiko. Shared energy. One card was the shared energy. The Emperor and Empress. Shared energy. Yeah, okay, so both of you still got the hots for each other. Don't try to front on me. Both of you still love each other. Both of you still attracted to each other. Both of you still want to be laid up next to each other. The shared energy is that both of you still want each other at the end of the day. And that's on period. Y'all are meant to be. You complement each other. Just as much as you guys are different, you guys are the same at the... Both of you have differences, but those differences make you stronger, and the stuff that you share in common is what's important. And y'all gonna be happy together once all this stuff fades out, basically. When all this bull blows over, after all the hard work and after all the time that's passed, and at the end of all of this, both of you are gonna be happy, and it's gonna be worth all of this BS. Okay, so I'm gonna get some messages from the feminine to the masculine using my oracle decks, and then some messages from the masculine to the feminine, and then I'm gonna ask for some advice from spirit. So can I have some messages from the feminine to the masculine? Feminine to masculine, divine feminine. I have my cards. Okay, you guys saw that, didn't you? This feminine, she said, "Grr." Okay, feminine, do you have messages to masculine? I'm getting the song, is it, what is it? It's by Selena Quintanilla. I can't even speak. It's not dreaming. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in this world that I'd rather be than here in my room, thinking about you and me. 'Cause I'm dreaming of holding you tight till tomorrow. Yeah, that's that's the song I'm hearing. Okay, last card. I think that's where I was getting that Mi Amor. I was getting that channeling from that song. Dreaming of You by Selena Quintanilla. I cannot speak, I'm sorry, this retrograde. One last card. Okay, so the feminine to the masculine, I have some messages. So I got 6 cards, 6 messages. The feminine wants you to know that love is love and it transcends physical death, eternal love. She wants you to know that your love is forever. In the physical, and you guys might be separated or whatever, but like she loves you regardless. In the 5D and in every dimension, you are the love of her life, and she wants to remind you that she loves you and that she still has the sweet spot for you. She has, everyone has that place in their heart for that special someone, and you're that special someone. And she still gets ooey gooey, when she thinks about you, and like, she just has a sweetness for you. Halloween could be, like the fall, like October could be a special month for you guys, because the pumpkins are really like, the fall time is really like jumping out at me. So Halloween, or like, that could just be something special for you too. You both. Both of you think about each other at night, and I say both of you because I'm feeling strong, both feminine and masculine. Midnight, the most magical hour of all, because both of you think of each other during the nighttime, especially at night. You both lay in bed, dreaming about each other, daydreaming. It's like you can never escape each other. As soon as you wake up, both of you think about each other. You're eating, doing whatever. The more you try to fight off thinking about them, the more you think about them. It's like you wake up, you think about them. You eat lunch, you think about them. You go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, you think about them. When you go to sleep, you dream about them. It's like this constant reminder of them. So both of you are thinking about each other at night, specifically at night. Forgiveness. She wants you to know that she forgives you, and that you need to forgive yourself. Like, let go of the pain, let go of the burdens and stuff, because she forgives you. You just need to forgive you. Yeah. And then Vampire came out, emotional intelligence. She knows that you are, with the moon cycles, what time goes by, that you're growing emotionally, and she wants you to know, as much as you are growing, she's growing at the same time. And then she wants you to remind you there's infinite possibilities. Don't give up. The impossible is possible, and never to give up, and you have the strength to make your dreams a reality, Divine Masculine. Okay, that's the messages from your feminine. So I'm going to ask for messages from Source and what they have for you. Okay. My spirit guides, what messages do you have? What advice do you have for Divine Masculine? 3 cards. Advice do you have for Divine Masculine? Okay. Hold up. I guess. So I'm gonna read from the book what these 3 cards mean. So for the advice masculine, you got 3 cards. The first card's invisibility, and then under it's saying authenticity on the bottom of that. So we're gonna read from the book. I love this Halloween Oracle deck. I picked it up because I felt a strong pull to it. Fall time is very sentimental to me, so I picked it up because it just reminded me of the happy memories I've had from that. So, yeah. Let's see. 37. So I'm gonna hold it up while I'm talking to you. Authenticity. Invisibility, authenticity. Heart beating. We sense but do not see. They touch, we chill. They come unseen. You know that feeling you sometimes have that someone is watching you? You cannot see them, yet you have a distinct feeling that someone is there. All the hairs are on the back of your neck. You think you see something in the corner of your eye, but when you turn, there's nothing to see but empty air. This is the power of invisibility, the indirect fear and the covert threat of having to fight something that we cannot see. Humans have a strong visual sense, so it is no wonder that we are uneasy about things we cannot see. The ancients believed that all manners of creatures, mythical and physical, and of course the deities, could make themselves invisible at will. When we consider that some animals are camouflaged so well by their coats or behaviors that sometimes even if we're looking straight at them, they're hard to see within their environment. That invisibility isn't such a far-fetched conception. In many cultures, the idea of beings who could watch us undetected were and still are common. Djinns, angels, nature spirits, the fae, which are fairies, and even practitioners of magic such as witches are said to have the power to appear and disappear at will. Later in literature, and then in movies, invisibility became a common power, and we now have a fiction superheroes that are invisible and even cloaks of invisibility. The concept of invisibility is a double-edged sword. While it's a power tool to be able to gain information or to assist with no one seeing, individuals using it as privy to information that may not be met. It is a privy to information that may not be meant for them, and it may be taken out of context or unethically. It is a power of manipulation and easily abused. The idea of hiding away and not being seen is also a big part of the dark side of this concept. We are all born to shine our light out into the world and take our roles. Hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas or work, and being someone else rather than your authentic self are all aspects to consider should this appear in your reading. So this was what it's telling you is to Divine Masculine to shine your light, to be true to yourself, be true to yourself and the others around you. Stop hiding yourself, embrace yourself, and show your light because you were meant to be on this earth for a reason. You have a purpose, and not to be afraid to show yourself because those who truly love you are going to embrace you just the way you are. So the next card that advice card that came out was the Skull of Darkness, and it was under it. It's called Blind Spots. It's a beautiful card. I'm gonna take a sip of water. My throat is killing me right now. I've been drinking so much water lately. Like I go through bottles and bottles of water. Skull of Darkness, number 54. Okay. Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. We may not wish to devolve there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet we search, we reveal, and our power, it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious skulls of darkness encourage us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. We may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different, yet it is their differences from others that make them so powerful? Additionally, all of us at some stage of life has certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing the work in uncovering our blind spot, or even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. So this is what this card, this advice, it's basically Spirit is trying to tell you that you what makes you different, what makes you unique is your strength. And maybe there's something you can't see, maybe there's a situation where you just don't see what others see. So it's, if you have someone you trust and like can talk about, maybe there's tell them about your situation or what you're going through, like whatever you need help with, talk to another person, man, maybe their perspective is different than yours, and that could just help you clarify your own intuition or your own beliefs. So just using your unique qualities about you and embracing them and showing them off, because what makes you different, what makes you unique is your strength and your, what makes you great. So the next card we have is Scrying, which is intuition. This is what I was trying to do when I was explaining in the early in the video, that I was trying to scry, but I was scrying with a bowl of water, and that didn't really work, so I ordered a crystal ball. So we'll see how that works. But this is scrying. It is a ancient type of technique. Mostly the Egypts and gypsies use them, which I think is so cool. A lot of current witches do use scrying too. Let me find where it is in the book. 50. So scrying, intuition. Soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are opened, begin the dance. Scrying is a deviation technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural. They appear or upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain, which means Halloween. These keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of the effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere you can see them, any music, or if you're scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It is also vital important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have specific questions for this scrying medium, stated up front. Then, once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Image pulling your energy within you, and then focus on the third eye point, the chakra point of the center of the forehead, just above the brows, and imagine opening it. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. So this is really trying to tell you to follow your intuition and to expand your intuition gifts. So yeah, it's really asking you to go within and think with your intuition and logic. You can't just have all logic and no intuition, or all intuition and no logic. You need both to create balance. So that is your advice, Divine Masculine. So, Divine Feminine, you're next. I'm probably going to take a break after this reading because I am feeling very tired right now. My energy is... I'm going to pull through because I need to get this video out. But after that, I'm going to take a nice break. I'm gonna go get my windows tinted tomorrow morning in my car, so I have to wake up pretty early. Okay, so Divine Masculine, do you have messages for your Divine Feminine? 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight. I'm dreaming about you and me. Any more messages, Divine Masculine, to your Feminine? one more card of masculine to your feminine. Oh shoot. Hold on, I had an instant going. One last message. That's two. One last message. Okay. So divine masculine to divine feminine. Feminine, he wants you to know that he's thinking about you too. At night, he does think about you too. The midnight hour, midnight, the most magical hour of all. So yes, both of you are thinking of each other at night. When you think about him at night, he is also thinking about you. He wants you to know that he is growing emotionally. Intelligence, yeah, he is growing as much as he can. He's really learning. He's really trying to, wrap his head around things. And he wants you to know that this separation, you guys are in separation, and I know that, and it's been confirmed because the underworld world card came out, and it says where all things pause and begin again. There's a pause right now, but it is going to begin again because where all things pause and begin again. The underworld is like a death and rebirth card, so there was an ending, but there will be a new beginning. Divine feminine, just keep on being strong. Have joy in the present moment. Be joyful in the present moment, knowing that your masculine is gonna come back. And the veil, which is like the future. Keep on daydreaming about the future. Keep on having hope for the future because there is risk and reward. There is sacrifices and that you have to make for the reward, right? So risk and reward. Your masculine is willing to risk it all for the reward. He's willing to sacrifice and do what he needs to do to get to you, and you need to do the same for him. So he's thanking you for all the sacrifices you have made, and he's letting you know that he's doing just the same. So that's what he wants to let you know. I keep on hearing I love you, so he wants you to know that he loves you. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. Let me try that again. Okay. Source, Holy Spirit, my angels. What messages? Give me 3 advice cards for the divine feminine. 3 advice cards for the divine feminine. 3 advice cards for the divine feminine. 2 more. One last card of advice for feminine. One last advice card for feminine. One last card for advice for divine feminine. So I know what these cards mean mostly because I pulled them before, but I'm going to read them just like I did the masculine because I feel like that's only fair. Okay, so first card you got is Eternal Love, so I'm going to go and look for that. So that's number 29. So 9 and 2 is 11, so 11 is a twin flame number, so congratulations, you are in a twin flame journey. This is your twin flame if you were questioning it. Eternal love. Love is love, and love transcends physical death. When the body leaves us and our souls above, our possessions are no longer. Nothing remains but the intertwining of love. All of us are the product of millennia of love. Our parents, our ancestors by blood and rituals have in some ways created the DNA that weaves throughout our bodies. Love, in fact, powers life and death. When most of us first encounter death in our lives, we experience grieving too, and in some ways that feeling could be described as an absence of love, and the absence of that person or being, but the kind of love that is often shared between family members, friends, and lovers, separated only by physical death, and is the kind that poets wax lyrics about. That is truly eternal and transcends death. Should you choose this card, you're being reminded that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is more than death itself. Love lingers, it leaves its own legacy, and we should be aware of this every day that we live. For those that are ready for and desiring of a partner, it also indicates that a significant love is close at hand and to be ready to open up to this new experience. So yeah, this eternal love card is to the divine feminine to remind you that your the love that you have for your masculine and the love that the masculine have for you is eternal, and that they are coming, that you are gonna have love in your life. You're gonna have a partner again. Don't give up hope. Love is so one of the strongest vibrations out there. It's the strongest vibration. So remember the love you have for your divine masculine, or for your soulmate or life partner if you're not on a twin flame journey. But yeah, that's what it's reminding you. So the school flowers, let me find where that is. The school flowers. This card's so beautiful, so pretty. The skull of flowers creating through the ashes. To blossom and bloom, the work must be done through fire and ashes. Our fortune it comes. Before the flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that come from a smaller form like a seed or bulb. The seeds needs prepared, nourishing soil to grow to its potential. Some plants and trees are only seed after fire or a period of extreme adversity like a drought or flood. Sometimes we wish for a life different from the one we have, and that can mean radical change. Sometimes to have the new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be uncomfortable. We may lose our relationships, or they may change. We might lose a job, have to move a house, or become ill, as big events that lead to a resentment of how our lives. The school of flowers illustrates that there is a sereneness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want, rather than just settling for less. The school of flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. So this skull of flowers is kind of like the phoenix card, rising from the ashes, divine feminine. It's asking you to rise from the ashes, to and create and be creative and ambitious during this time, because you having a brand new slate, you are having a chance to start anew, to you know you have a new opportunity, a second chance, and it's time for you to go within and really create the life of your dreams. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. So winter, the sacredness of pausing. And right after that card came out, the death card came out. So spirit really wants me to I'm gonna take that card only because yeah, because I feel like divine feminines really need to hear this at this time. So winter 69 is winter, so we're gonna go there. So winter, the sacredness of pausing. Lightly I sleep, for the earth fall asleep, a lullaby to rest and pause, a soul secrets to keep. Death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. It is inescapable. However, as we move into winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life, and the ground lies fall and still. In winter, the earth slows down and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die, many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was leaner, more difficult time for those who worked on the land for their living. Winter often brought with it the end of a life cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appeared for you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Whether it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die, die back. Take a real action to change those things. Anything that's superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. So this card for me, I feel like is you really releasing any resentment, any pain or hurt that you have towards your masculine or towards yourself, and really surrendering to this pause. Remember, separation is just preparation for union, so it's really asking you to surrender and accept this pause, this separation, as a time for you to grow, as a time for you to release and heal. That's what it's telling you, Divine Feminine. And I'm going to read the last card, which is Death. The internal cycle begins here, which means that there has been a death, a separation, so that there's been a death and a separation so both of you can learn and grow, so that when the new cycle begins, it's going to be better and it's going to be, amazing. Everything happens for a reason, and there's infinite possibilities, Divine Feminine. Keep your head up, fix your crown, sit pretty, and do your thing like the bomb person you are. Also, Divine Masculine, you are an emperor. You have the strength and the skills that you need, and you have everything and all the power to make your life, your dreams become a reality. You have the strength to change your life. You have everything you need to better it. So you can do it. So I send love and light to Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, and to all the collective. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope I shared some light and wisdom. I hope this resonated with you and that I helped you. And yeah, thank you for watching my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.